You are Locked On Mavericks Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Dallas, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, without a doubt, you need some offense if you are going to win an NBA championship. The Mavs found that out a little over a year ago. But defense can definitely win you an NBA play-in game, and it did for the Mavs tonight. 120-106. They crowned the Kings in Sacramento. Here we go. Welcome into the Mavs Postcast, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for staying up late and watching Locked On Sports Dallas, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Mavericks podcast feed. That's where you will find the great work of Nick Angstead and the crew. Isaac, slightly biased. They crushed it this week with all the Nico Harrison secret meeting, press conference, not press conference drama, and they'll have a lot more to say about that. And this win tonight for the Mavs, who will continue their season Friday night in Memphis. But for us, we've got now about 18 minutes to go in our show, so let's get right to it.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, as I said, the Mavs need a defense to win the NBA play-in game, and they got it tonight. They win it 120-106. You know what? Anthony Davis, after getting called out like a bingo number, especially from my former colleague, Stephen A. Smith, you know what? AD was AD, and he responded, and he showed up and played like he needed to play. He needed to be the best player on the court, and for the most part, he was tonight. He did it. He got it done. 27 points and 9 rebounds for Anthony Davis. He came out, set the tone, and got the team going. So we'll talk about his performance. We all, I think, have been talking about this and thinking about this now for several months, even before the Kyrie injury and even before the trade of Luka, that at some point Klay matters, and Klay Thompson would matter and would make an impact and would rise to the occasion and step up as a championship veteran player that he is. And Klay did that tonight. And what a nice, sweet piece of personal redemption for him after his 0-for game in Sacramento a year ago in the play-in when he was with the Warriors. For Klay to come out and have the game that he had tonight with 23 points, including 16 in that second quarter, that really gave the Mavs a huge boost, and really, I think that just sent a vibe and a calmness and okay, we got this. We're the big brothers. Even though the Mavs were 0-3 against Sacramento this season, you got vets on this team, you have champions still on this team, and they're still the big brothers, and they played like it. And I mean, to outscore the Kings in the second quarter the way that they did, 44-19. I mean, that's can't get much more dominant than that on both sides of the ball in a winner go home must win playoff game in the second quarter. And that ripped their heart out right there. That was it. It was over. So we'll talk about that. And how about Brandon Williams, man? I've just been, I have been such a fan of his all season long and his game. And man, to see him just get the opportunity and to make the most of it. I mean, the guy is just, I heard somebody call him, maybe it was with one of Nick's shows, like a maybe it was Nick himself. Nick, if it was you, I'm sorry if I'm not trying to take credit, but did you say Kyrie Light or somebody did? I don't know, but I'm not saying he's Kyrie, but just his energy and his quickness and his awareness and just his presence on the floor. He's grown so much, and I think his speed is just such a weapon and can really have an impact and really play well with the rest of the roster. And so I was really happy. Good to see Brandon Williams with 17 points off the bench. Dante Exum, 11 points off the bench. Jaden Hardy barely got in, only a couple of minutes. Spencer Dinwiddie got in at garbage time as well, a couple of minutes. But really, they were not part of the rotation in this one tonight. It was Brandon and Dante off the bench. They were the guards. And so there you go. And the Mavs get the win 120-106. And if you are up and if you are watching, look, we're live. We're here for you. We want you to be a part of the show via the comment crew. So please jump in, share your thoughts. What did you think of the win? Were you surprised? Does this make you feel any better? Are you excited for Friday night in Memphis? What if they win in Memphis? I mean, what does this say to you about the team? And are you still pulling for the Mavs players that are doing this? So love to hear from you via the comment crew. Please jump in. Want you to be a part of the show. When we come, before we take our one and only timeout, we got to get to the turning point and let you know when this game really got out of hand.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah, I kind of already left that one out of the bag earlier. I mean, without a doubt, it was the second quarter. I thought the Mavs got off to a really good start, though. They had a nice 9-0 run in the first quarter. I thought they were very active, very energetic for a team that, we didn't know what this team was going to be like or how they were going to play or what kind of chemistry or cohesiveness they were going to have. I thought they played very well as a unit defensively, and that really got their offense going, especially in the second quarter. But the Kings, at home, they responded. They had a nice finish to the first quarter, won the first quarter 29-27. And then in the second quarter, the Mavs just had multiple runs, like three big, game-turning runs. And as I said, they ended up winning the second quarter 44-19. Klay Thompson had 16 in that third quarter, knocked down 4 threes. At the half, it was the Mavs up 71-48. And that was, it was over. Then the Kings never got back into it, and just total domination on the road for the Mavs. And we talked about this, again, in my mind, I thought playing as much as they could down the stretch would be good for chemistry and to let them get comfortable and familiar, more so with AD than anybody else. I mean, the rest of the players on the team, for the most part, they got plenty of chemistry with all the injuries early in the season, but it was more of integrating them with AD. But you know what? Jason Kidd and the staff, to their credit, they opted to try to get as much rest as they could. And I made the comment over the weekend, before the end of the regular season that, the one thing about these playoff games, and really this situation, this unique situation that the Mavs are in, is that you can't fake a win or go home game. Like, Sunday was the regular season finale in Memphis, and you would think, okay, that would be a game to get jacked up about, and there was still a chance for the Mavs to maybe play the home game, play the game, host the playing game, blah blah blah. But you know what? You just can't fake what goes into a game like this where it's win or go home. And to the Mavs' credit, they responded. And the other thing too is, the Mavs have nothing to lose. Nothing. Nobody gave them any chance, right? They were basically booed at home against the Lakers, right? They're not supposed to do anything. They were supposed to shut down and tank and close out the season after Kyrie got injured. Nobody gives them any chance at all to do anything. They weren't supposed to win tonight. I'm sure they'll be underdogs again Friday night in Memphis. And so you're talking about, pretty, and I've said this all along, that this roster, you've got some guys that have stepped up at different points in the season. And wouldn't it be nice to see what they could do collectively, if they had a chance to be healthy? Well, now here they are. As healthy as they're going to be, minus Kyrie. And again, they're loose. They have nothing to do, nothing to lose. And they're playing with house money. And you got some guys with a lot of pride that, everybody's written them off. And all the pressure is on, these young players and young teams. And, the Mavs, to their credit, took advantage, made the most of it, and they got the win tonight, 120-106. All right, our one and only timeout. When we come back, we want to hear from you via the comment crew. Please jump in and be a part of the show. Our final segment when we come back. This is the Mavs Postcast. All right, I want to talk to you about Open Phone, right, and what they're doing over there. Because if you're running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table. Think about it. When was the last time you had a service emergency? If the first person didn't answer, did you wait? Probably not. That's why you need Open Phone. Open Phone is the #1 business phone system designed to streamline and scale your customer communications all through an app on your phone or computer. Now, how do you usually manage your business calls when you're away from your desk? Would having one app for both calls and texts simplify things? With Open Phone, you can manage business calls and texts from one app. And if you ever felt kind of stuck carrying two phones, one personal, one for work, what would it be like to consolidate everything into one? Well, Open Phone is offering our listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnNBA. That's openphone, openphone.com/LockedOnNBA. And if you are switching from another service, Open Phone will even port your existing numbers over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no missed customers. All right. And did you know about Amazon and what they're doing? We've talked about them a little bit. And with Amazon, your Fire TV is also an Xbox. You can turn any TV into your gaming and entertainment hub with Fire TV Stick 4K devices. No console required. You just grab your controller, subscribe, or sign in to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with EA Play included, and you are ready to play. You can dive into hundreds of premium titles from EA Sports, College Football 25, to Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, and Avowed as easily as you stream your favorite shows. It's gaming made simple, and it's all on your Fire TV. Now, another cool thing, endless entertainment. With 4K streaming, you can watch more than 1.5 million movies and TV episodes from your favorite subscribed services like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Max, and more. Hosts with no gaming experience, here's a cool thing. You can your FTV provides other great entertainment choices. So head to Amazon.com/Fire TV Locked On to get started. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription and compatible controller required. Available on select devices, including Fire TV Stick 4K 2nd Gen, Fire TV Stick 4K Max 1st and 2nd Gen, and Fire TV Cube 3rd Gen. Hey, one more here, right? I got to tell you about what they're doing over at Skims. We talked about Skims earlier in the season. Remember that? And I don't know where that is. Okay. Well, with Skims, okay, when I found that Skims was making underwear for men, I was a little intrigued. I've heard so much about their quality from friends and family, and I had to give it a try. So let me tell you, it lives up to the hype. I've always had some issues with underwear, fit, comfort, or just finding the right style for me. Skims changed all that. Their men's line offers something for everyone, from boxer briefs to classic briefs, all designed with the perfect balance of comfort and style. I tried the Skims stretch brief, and I'm hooked. These are perfect for my active lifestyle. They move with me, never lose their shape, and stay in place all day, whether I'm working out or just running errands. They're the most comfortable and reliable underwear I have ever owned. Plus, the lightweight material feels amazing, almost like you're wearing nothing at all. So shop Skims Men's at skims.com/LockedOnNBA and Skims stores. Let them know we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. All right, welcome back to the Mavs postcast. The Mavs win it 120-106, and that brings us to our Mavs player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Well, without a doubt, it's got to be AD. 27 points and 9 minutes in 35 minutes, including 3 3-pointers and 6 for 6 from the 3-point line. And again, good start for the Mavs. Great second quarter for Klay, and a big win on the road, 120-106. The Mavs wrapped up the regular season on Sunday in Memphis, and now they will head back to Memphis for a Friday night rematch. The winner will go on as the number 8 seed in the NBA playoffs. The loser will go home. All right, that is going to do it for me. Thank you for those of you I know that are watching. Thank you for staying up late. I'll be back with you again on Friday night after the Mavs take on the Grizz. So hope that you will join me then. In the meantime, Nick and the crew getting ready to do their thing. They'll have all kinds of great content to get you ready for Friday's rematch. A lot more, I'm sure, to talk about the Nico Harrison secret meeting as well. And I wish we had more time to get into that, but it's okay. As I said, Nick and the crew did a great job getting into that. Be sure you check that out. And again, enjoy this win tonight and get ready for Friday night in Memphis. 120-106, the final. This has been the Mavs Postcast.